I found a company called Seat Concepts, located at seatconcepts.com. Here's their, it looks like it loaded the mobile version of their site, but basically they have seat replacement kits for your primarily dual sport bikes right now, I think, with a proprietary mix of foam and a cover, and they'll send that to you, and then you do the installation yourself, or you have an upholstery shop do it, or you can actually send them your seat and they'll do it for you. It comes with a set of instructions, the seat pad itself molded to whatever bike that you have, and the Seat Concepts cover. They have two different covers to choose from. It's a vinyl leatherette type double stitched material. You can see that this particular, for the F650 Dakar, looks like it's 4 panels, 5 panels sewn together to make the seat cover. And in the instructions they tell you that you're going to need a few bits from your kit to do the installation. Screwdriver, flathead, says sharp, mine's old and dull. Peeled needle nose pliers. A stapler, though I don't recommend that one. And I was going to use this one, but that one won't work either, because you have to make sure it will take your size of staples that you're going to be using in this project. It's a 1/4 inch staple. So I went to Harbor Freight and picked up a $24.99 staple gun. These are the staples that I'm using. I had them laying around the house for another project. You'll also need a mild cleanser, razor blade, spray adhesive. I really like this 3M 77. The 3M 90 is really good too, but 77 just seems to work on just every surface I've ever used it on. It's really tacky and it holds. This stuff is like fix it in a bottle. It's like duct tape in a bottle for sticking things together. Okay, on the instructions, we'll go over them really quick. It says remove the seat, prop all the other staples from the stock cover, and remove the foam. And it says inspect the plastic. Make sure there's no ridges or sharp areas on the saddle that could damage the new foam. Trim those or cover them with duct tape. Clean the seat pan with a cleanser, and also the bottom of the foam. It says to cleanse that, as I've already done a lot of it, but you can kind of see this little yellowish tinge there. It's a mold inhibitor that ships sprayed onto the foam. We'll want to cleanse that completely off there as we're going through this. You'll want to clean your pan, then spray it, dry it, and spray it with that adhesive. Line your saddle up onto the pan. Then you want to stretch your cover. It says it's a good idea to leave your cover out in the sun and let it heat up and stretch, making the installation of the cover a little bit easier. But it's dark and we don't have that. I could take a hairdryer to it, but I'm not too concerned with that just right yet. I've already removed the saddle from my bike. There it is. Only one real blemish there. It's not a bad saddle. I've ridden, oh gosh, the last trip I took on the stock saddle was 4,000 miles along the Trans Am Trail, and it wasn't bad, but you know, with this cover wearing out on me here, and it's not the most comfortable thing. I do use an Alaska sheepskin cover over it, which helps, but I don't know. This, oh, by the way, this kit is 169 bucks, and if you've priced saddles and saddle replacements, then you know that that is one heck of a deal. Alright, so as you can see underneath, again, this is a BMW F650 Dakar saddle. You can see they're not very stingy with the staples, and that's basically the way it looks. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our flathead screwdriver, and we are going to Well, that's why it says use a sharp flathead. There you go, see? And then grab your needle nose pliers and pull it out. And since I have about 28 billion staples in mine, I am going to do this while you don't have to watch it. There it is. In their saddle, they advertise a wider area for your butt to sit, and they also get rid of this arch. That arch that always makes you want to, on the bike, F650, it makes you want to slide down into that area when you're riding the seat. Whereas this one, they advertise that it's a more natural sitting position. We'll see. What I do want to do is move all these staples, because the last thing we want to do is have a staple embed itself in this foam after we get the glue sprayed down. That would suck a whole bunch. So just rake these onto the floor for now. Nice metal sound there against the tripod. Sure y'all appreciate that. Alright, so we can see all these rough edges where the staples had come through. First thing I want to do is go ahead and clean this thing a bit. This will be the first time I clean it. This thing hadn't seen the light of day since 2001. Now what it says do about all these ridges and sharp areas and what have you is to take sandpaper and sand this off. Both of these are 120 grit. That should be okay. And let me see if I can show you. I don't know. Well, there's where it's already smooth right there, but going around the edge, you can see all these little prickly staple holes from where they enter on this side of the pan. And what we're going to do is we're just going to sand those down a little bit. Nothing just, you know, not looking for a super sweet finish here. It's just, and the point is to try to keep the underside of the foam, the new Seat Concepts foam, intact as much as possible. You know, I'm going to hit it again with a cleaner, because why not? And bring this down here. Now first of all, I'm going to clean my surface just to make sure there's no stragglers. Set our foam down. We're going to hit this. Take that mold. I don't know if there's any of that mold spray on top of the saddle, but just go ahead and clean it up too. I've got a lot of bugs out here chasing my lights, so try to get those off of there, those little guys. Flip her over. Real good. We don't want that stuff interfering with the adhesive properties of that glue.